Senator Moreno.
I'll start with you, Mrs. Trustee. Thank you so much for taking the time in my office. We did not know each other before meeting with you. Your parents are beaming with pride, which I love to see, with good reason. You're somebody who has an incredibly great temperament, incredible intellect, and I can't think of somebody more qualified to do your job, honestly. The one question I have for you is, there's a scourge of robocalls that creates enormous amounts of scammers. Seniors are getting built of their life savings. How would you use advanced technologies to put an end to this?
Thank you, Senator. I really appreciate this question because you're right. I worry about the susceptibility of our youth and seniors to robocall scams, and I really worry about how illegal robocallers, as we just discussed, are leveraging artificial intelligence to get around call authentication measures. So I think generally the FCC could benefit from stronger enforcement authorities and penalties to go after illegal robocallers. I also think the FCC can continue its work in working with international counterparts as well as states' attorneys generals to go after these fraudsters. But I think we need to discuss more proactive call blocking measures so that these calls never reach the end user. So again, I think artificial intelligence is the key here.
Well, thank you, and I can't wait to have you in that agency taking care of it, and I'm sure you will. And again, thank you for serving this country.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Isaacman, I'm sure with your deep intellect that you know that the Aircraft Engine Research Laboratory in Cleveland, Ohio, was created 17 years before NASA was created. And there's a sign when you drive into the center that says, "For the benefit of all." What does that mean to you?
Well, Senator, I do believe that NASA's mission is to undertake the near impossible, to solve the most demanding, complex engineering challenges, to bring commercial industry can follow, and to bring the rest of the world along the way.
And that's something that I'm sure you have a passion, a deep passion to make sure that we are always the leaders. Is that correct?
100%, Senator.
And just for the record, could you give me a sense of the scale of difficulty it was for you as a kid, if I can say that, as a teenager, to create a company that would become as successful as yours? Give me the scale of difficulty and kind of give me the one example of like a deep challenge you faced making that happen that you thought maybe was impossible.
Senator, there was certainly a lot of ups and downs over the last 26 years. I'd say probably some of the earliest challenges, although, I mean, as a company that went through the dot-com, the Great Recession, the pandemic, we certainly had our fair share of obstacles along the way. Probably some of the hardest was the earliest days, Senator, where we tried to grow through our own cash flows, which is always a challenge. And I was 16 years old, so I had to make sure I hid myself from any trade shows or in-person meetings. Occasionally, someone would show up at the house for a meeting, and my father fortunately took that for me.
It's always hard to meet underachievers. So congratulations on that. How will you use that skill set at a complex organization like NASA?
Senator, NASA is an extraordinary agency, and they are the most accomplished, well-respected space agency in the world. I want to do whatever I can and work alongside the best and brightest to continue that. I do suspect there are some things that I've learned through running two successful businesses over the last more than 2 decades that I think I can help bring to the agency. I would love to roll up my sleeves, figure out what are the challenges we have from a program management perspective that are causing everything to take longer than it should and cost more than it should. I'd like to instill a very strong mission-first culture at the agency that if we can execute on our mission and get to the moon, get to Mars, and all the other things, the inspiration, the STEM education will all take care of itself. A culture of ownership and accountability. That when we make mistakes, we own them, we fix them, and we get back to delivering on their important objectives.
Well, thank you for that. And I have one last question. Ms. Trustee, 100% unequivocal support from me. Hope to see my Democrat colleagues join us and see if we can get as many votes for you as humanly possible. But for Mr. Isaacman, I have one question. It does hinge, for me, the entirety of whether I can support your nomination or not. Who is the most important character in the movie Armageddon?
Clearly, Bruce Willis for the important self-sacrifice for all mankind, sir.
All right. Let the record show he did not say Dan Truman, which makes me wonder of his judgment, but I will still reserve my vote for you.